the way you play your brand of basketball, it does matter. While championships are everything and awards, they have meaning as well. Um, your playing style is key, and it just shows what kind of player you are and present yourself as. If you're a hard head lunch belt player, you ain't worried about no accolades. You just there to do whatever the team needs to win games. If you're a bucket getter, you put the ball in the basket at all costs, and you come up with big shots. You take and you make them. You get on wild runs. You score tons and tons of points, and you hope to help your team ultimately win games. If you're a flashy player, you got flashy passes, step backs, incredible footwork, amazing layups, fancy dexterity making layups, logo threes, making behind the back passes. Again, if you play an exciting brand of basketball, play style matters. Now, often fancy play style doesn't quite translate to championships, that's something that can be said. But if you're talking about women's basketball and having people watch, what can you do? What can you do different than the next player? Can you bring out the crowds? Can you bring out the audiences? Can you make people that didn't even look at the game previously turn the game on? That matters. And that's what Caitlin Clark is. She's exciting because I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of people, as many of us enjoy the game and love the game, there's people that don't enjoy it. They needed convincing. And Caitlin Clark convinced them to sit their butt down in front of the TV, run to the game, buy a jersey, buy a hoodie, merch. Be supportive of the game. Caitlin Clark in the game. And I say that to say that, look, yes, championships do mean everything. No, Caitlin didn't win one in college and has yet to win one on the WNBA level. But the way you perform on the court matters because it slots you as where you should be fitted, and I believe that there's so much talent. There is so much talent everywhere. But in terms of like box office ability, in terms of like, must-see TV, there's only a couple of players. There's only a couple of players that you would say, what, I'm finna, at all costs. And when I say a couple, I'm talking about like top-notch stars. Because really, I think it's more than like 20 great players. I think it's more than that playing right now. But I'm talking about, oh my goodness, move out the way. I'm stopping everything I got to do to see this player. And how many are there? Let's name them. Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, in the water, by the way. So Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, Ephesian Collier, Breanna Stewart, for the most part. But some people might say, oh, Breanna Stewart, her game is boring. Man, she just put the ball in the bucket. She just rebounds. She just a player's player. I see entertainment from her game. Sabrina, she's another one. Kelsey Plum's another one. Rickea Jackson is another up-and-coming player that's on the way. Sonia Citron on the way. Paige Becker's on the way. Some people don't like her, but Arike Ogumawale. So, look, the fact of the matter is this. Your play style is everything, So, I just want to put that out there because, people often always talk down on Caitlin Clark. But the respect for what she has done for the game, she don't get it. She don't get it herself for the people that know what's up. Like, she don't get that, oh my goodness, what she does. It's not like, do you like her? It's not even like, do you like her or hate her? It's like, don't you respect for what she did for the game? Because if she didn't do it for the game, how come it wasn't popular before she stepped in? How come things wasn't, flying off the shelves like hotcakes before she got to the W? Reese included. Becker's included. Becker's is making an impact. You know what I'm saying? So how come the other players didn't make an impact? Why it take so long? How come, seats wasn't sold out everywhere when Asia Wilson stepped into the league? Nafisha Collier is probably my favorite player. How come she didn't bust up out of UConn? Everybody say, oh my goodness, I got to run out. Y'all heard about Nafisha Collier? I heard about Caitlin Clark everywhere. I heard about Caitlin Clark in church. I heard about Caitlin Clark at work before. And I heard about Caitlin Clark, outside. Especially when I wear merch with her. Come on now, It might not be a lot of people that'll stop me where I am, but then some people will stop me. And I heard about Caitlin Clark and talked to people about Caitlin Clark one time, hell, even at a post office. So it's like, come on. I mean, people like these be people that's like dated, triple times my age, little people, I call them little people, but kids from like 8 to 15. They, oh, Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark, this. So where was that at before? And it's there with Juju Watkins, so it's gonna be there when Juju Watkins into the league. And I've been watching the W. I mean, I see Aces fans. They go hard for Asia Wilson, and every team with a star, they go hard for their player. Like Liberty fans go hard for Stewie and Sabrina. I like to feel like that Minnesota fans go hard for Nafisha Collier, but like Caitlin Clark is what she doing is just something. It's just something. It's unprecedented, and it's not about color, man. Like that color stuff just got to stop, I don't even listen to it anymore, People just act like, I'm going to tell y'all this, but I'm finna end the video, right? I'm going to say this. Somebody told me one time, like, your fandom of Caitlin is just like, it is too much. Did I tone it down? Yes and no, because they was like, you're just going overboard. But I'm just a sensible Caitlin fan that enjoys the game. I'm a huge fan. I'm an Iowa fan. First and foremost, I'm an Iowa fan. I tried to explain that to them, but they was like, you go so hard for Caitlin, and I do. I'm a big fan. I'm a fan. But what I'm not is somebody that puts her on a pedestal like she's unstoppable. I just respect what she's done. I respect, the craft, the fans that turn out for her game, that continue to follow her after Iowa like I do. And, it's just a real movement. It's just a real effect. And there's people out there like, wishing that she would fail. And that don't have nothing to do with me. But the thing about it is, why are you so worried about her, Because you know what she's capable of. You know what she does. You know that she drives the market. You know that she puts tails in the seats. And as I conclude the video, how come your favorite player does not or did not have the same impact previously? I'll be waiting right here on the other end for your comments. We'll see about it. Anyway, RC, Cool Water Swish. You see, Caitlin Clark. I'm out of here. Peace.